Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing how ChatGPT became my business partner, and no, this is not for clickbait or ChatGPT has not partnered up with me for some deal. I just want to show you how I'm using ChatGPT as my business partner rather than just some tool that helps me write content and stuff, right? And how it's been helping me along my business journey, which I'm actually documenting on this YouTube channel right now. Just a quick backstory of how I got into automation. For me, automation, like a lot of people, was giving some tasks to ChatGPT or making it do stuff like write my homework, write some essays, and that's all. But gradually, I got into this AI business, and I saw that automation is not just that. Automation is basically, automating vast amounts of tasks that can really scale your business and help your business grow, uh, which I couldn't even imagine before. Yeah, that's how it started. And I just started using ChatGPT as a writing tool, as a research tool, but now it's grown into a full-fledged kind of a business partner for me on my journey. And in this video, I'm just going to walk you through how it's helping me manage tasks, manage ideas, and gaining some clarity about my own business and the day-to-day stuff. All right, so without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So first things first, what ChatGPT is for most people versus what it became for me. Like for most people who do not know much about AI, most people know about ChatGPT though, and they use it, as I said before, for a writing tool or something, just to give them a quick answer of a question or something like that. But honestly, I used it like that before too, because I didn't know much about it. I wasn't really keen on learning about it before I started this business. But now the thing is, you can customize it, you can personalize it for your own tasks and what you need it for. And I was using it for basic tasks as well, but as I learned more, I just started trying out stuff and customizing it as per my own liking, customizing the chat interface in ChatGPT. And now now after a few months of learning, it's really been helping me do a lot more than just basic tasks. Now let's get into how I coded ChatGPT, because it doesn't really require any coding per se, or any technical knowledge. The only little bit of technical knowledge that is required is how to write a prompt and how to make it into your, into someone that you want for yourself, maybe a business partner, maybe a coach or mentor. The only thing that is needed, a prompt, and how to write that prompt is the only technical knowledge that is needed, which I will be giving in this video in brief. So stick around for that. Now, the first thing is that I taught it about me and my business before even writing the prompt. Oh, sorry, here it should be prompt, not prompty, obviously. So before even writing the prompt or coding it, actually I told it about me and my business. So basically just info about me, my name, what I am doing currently, what my goals are for my business. Then I told it a bit about my business and what I'm going to do with ChatGPT, like what role I wanted to play into my business and all that stuff. Once I gave it the basic information, I then prompted it. There are basically 6 to 7 steps to a good prompt, and I will be giving those in this video later. And you just write a good prompt, tell what its role is, basically give all the details, and yeah, after that it turns into special uh, a special personality or individual, as you would say, that you actually want it to be. The things that it really helped me with and which I wanted to use it for were: first, remember key decisions that I take about my business, because as I said, I did this while I was starting my agency. So while I was in the complete beginning stage, which required a lot of thinking, and I had to make a lot of decisions which needed to be remembered. And when you're starting out a business, there are a number of thoughts that cannot be decided upon immediately, or they need some thinking. So that's why I needed it to remember key decisions. Then I needed it to remember our conversations, obviously, because that's how it would, remember our conversations. And in the next conversations, it would recall the context, and we can continue where we left off. And ideas for clients and content, so not just for content. Okay, so there's also a difference between just telling it to give me ideas for content versus what I did, which I will be telling later. And for clients, like if I had any idea of how I can cater to my clients, or how I can, how I can structure the pricing for my agency, I used to discuss it with ChatGPT. And I, it's not always about feedback, so I wouldn't always ask it for feedback, although sometimes I would, and just keep that in the chat. So whenever I needed to, think about the decision or make some changes, they just go back into the chat, read it again, and see like what I was thinking at the time when I was making that decision versus what the situation is right now. Now, here's the prompt engineering in brief. So, prompt engineering is, like as I said, a 6 to 7 step process. Here is it in short. So, the first one is role. You basically tell what its role is and what. So, for my agency, my example, I told it that you are going to be my business partner or my first employee, my first team member, and you're going to be helping me with the day-to-day stuff that happens when starting your own business. So that covered a lot. Actually, all these steps are quite long and need to be written in a lot of detail, right? But as I said, this is going to be a brief one. I'm going to make a whole video on this topic, just prompt engineering, later. So look forward to the video. The second one is task, basically what task it has to do. So as I said, for me, it was remembering key decisions, helping me make choices, declutter my mind. Talk me through what we've been, what we've accomplished so far, what we've been learning along the way. Specifics is basically how it does that. I don't think I need to explain that, how it remembers stuff and all that. I just told it that you need to remember basic stuff that is most important, and you need to provide me summaries from time to time. All right. Context is, as I said, context can be context about you or your business. So I provided both. I provided context about my business and the whole reason of why I'm doing this, why I'm, prompting it to be my partner in the business. So I told it like, okay, I'm starting this. I want you to be my partner, and I told it a basic overview of the business. So this is going to be the business and all that stuff. So that's the context. And examples can be how it talks or what kind of responses you are looking for from it. So this is just, this is personal to everyone. So if you want a very professional tone, you can write some professional examples, like uh, a chat example with a professional tone. If you want some friendly tone, you can write friendly examples. That is completely up to you. What it has helped me with up until now, which is a lot, honestly, and some of this stuff I didn't even think while I was creating it. It just, happened. I saw the opportunity, I tried it, and it has helped me a lot in some areas that I didn't even expect it to. One of which was psychological help, really. I didn't even think about that in while I was prompting it at the start of my business journey. So let's start from here. First is task management. Like obviously it tracks tasks. I just have a chat with it. I tell it what I am doing right now, what my goals are for the day or the week in accomplishing, the tasks, and it tracks all that. The thing is, ChatGPT doesn't have a sense of time, so it cannot, actually track time. Like if I tell it today, and if I, talk to it 2 days later, it won't know that it has been 2 days since we last talked. So what I did was I used to talk to it daily and just start a fresh conversation and tell it like, okay, it's a new day, and what did we discuss yesterday and stuff like that. So to just give it a track of time, right? So it could track tasks for me, track our progress, manage ideas whenever I had some idea, because when you're starting a business or even if you're running one, there are times that you have a lot of ideas, but you cannot just implement all of them straight away, or you need to manage it by priorities. So what I did was whenever I had an idea, I just used to talk to it and dump all my ideas on it. I used to tell it that, okay, remember this and manage it in my ideas list or something. And later when I ask, tell me. So that's what it exactly used to do. It used to manage all my ideas and would just, tell it, okay, what are the ideas that we discussed before. It would go through our chat, give me all the ideas that we discussed, and if I wanted, I could even tell it like, okay, this is a really, really great idea. Remember this more. So it would just, list them priority wise or something. Deadline reminders, as I said, I could just tell it like what my goals are for the day or for the week. And when I talk to it, it certainly reminded me every time, okay, you have to do this, or how's it going. So for example, when I started this, I was doing a course on AI and automations, right? So whenever I talk to it, it always used to ask me how is it going with the course and what's the progress so far. And I also gave it the course, like the whole course structure. So it always used to ask me how's the course going so far, what's the progress, and I used to tell, okay, I'm at this part of the course, and then it used to just update its memory and remember, okay, like this much course is done, this percentage is left, etc. Second is content ideas, obviously, like YouTube, my social media posts and stuff like that. I had a really long prompt for it, which I just installed in it later on after a few weeks of using it to, integrate content creation also into just being a business partner. So for YouTube ideas, it used to ask me, okay, okay, also here I want to tell you all a very important point, which is that in your prompts, you need to tell your ChatGPT, AI agent, voice agent, whichever one you are using, if you're using it for use case like this, that it needs to ask questions, because if you don't, it would just agree with you blindly and not ask any questions, and it would just create stuff up on its own. Now what happens when it asks questions? When I told it that you need to ask me questions while creating content, so what it does, it actually asks me, okay, what is your target audience, or what kind of content you want to create, uh, what's the tone of the content you want to create, is it educational, or is it marketing kind of content? So all of that is needed while creating good content. Now I don't use ChatGPT solely for content creation. I used it at the start, and I sometimes use it to just freshen up my ideas, or as I said before, I just dump ideas on it. But I do not use like this for content creation completely. I do not depend on it for content creation, because the ideas sometimes can be very plain or boring, but yes, it is good to just get a new perspective and freshen up your mind. Business strategies, for, as I said, if I wanted to discuss with it about pricing my services, about what I am planning of providing, in my services and all, I could discuss with it, and later on I could just, ask it to revise it as a summary. So I could just get a clear view of my thoughts, what I was thinking and what I decided, etc. Automation workflows. So for this, you need some extra tools. If you are doing it, I connected it with I created an automation with which I automated my social media. So basically LinkedIn posts, my Twitter posts, I automated that. And I'm gonna be posting a video about it on my YouTube. Like how I automate it, I'm gonna show you everything, and you can do it too. You can automate your social media posts like LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, basically. So if you want something like that, just subscribe so you don't miss it out. Psychological help. It Now this was something I wasn't expecting at the start, because I didn't know how well it could summarize discussions and remember about me. So when I started using it to summarize discussions, that really opened my eyes up to how much psychological help it is giving me. Because in a business, or in any field of work, even if you're studying or doing a job, there's a lot on your plate, sometimes a lot in your mind. So I just used to pour every thought of mine into ChatGPT, talk to it basically, as I said, like a partner, because I used to treat it like one, honestly, and just pour all my thoughts like down on it. And then I used to, after some time, tell it that summarize what we discussed, the key points and stuff. So it would used to summarize in a very nice form, and you can try this as well. It would summarize ideas list, something separate. Okay, the ideas list would be separate, the key reminders would be different, the key decisions that I made along the way on my journey would be like a whole separate list, and what it needed to remind me would be a separate list. So like this, it used to give a whole long summary of what we have discussed this far and a lot of our journey along the way, so you can put everything in perspective. So that really helped a lot, especially if you're alone. Like I didn't have a team while starting out, so if you are working alone, this actually helps a lot, and this helped more than I was expecting it to. Organize information, as I said, it used to organize information in separate lists, which even I didn't tell it to. Neither did I every time mentioned that, okay, I've got this new information for this subtopic or something like that. I just poured down the information on it, and it would just organize everything on its own. So basically I was using it like a second brain. And focus on the big picture. So this is something personal. I was when you I was sometimes so engrossed in the work and sometimes on the small things that I used to forget about the big picture and the bigger goal. So that's when, it came in handy. It reminded me of basically give a whole recap of the journey of why I'm doing this, what my bigger goals are. Sometimes a little change of perspective, a fresh recap is just what you need. Now, the last one is memory function. Obviously, this is something that has been recently added into ChatGPT, so do look into this. It can now remember past interactions, at least the key points. right? And because of this, basically, it has enhanced the user experience, and it actually, felt like a partner because it remembered stuff that I told it to remember, like a partner would, right? So if I told it to remember some important stuff about the business, it would do that. Just a quick note here, what I had to do was once the memory was completely filled, I had to go into the memory portion in your profile in ChatGPT. You can go and delete the memories that you want, that are no longer useful or that are from different chats than this one. So I did that, and it kind of emptied the space a lot, and I've not had any problems since then. Now the evolution of the partnership, as I said, from now this is how my like partnership evolved from the start. So as I said, I was initially using it as just a tool to write maybe ideas for my business, maybe come up with a name for my business or something like that, just random tasks. Then I started seeing how it has been helping me and how useful it is, so I got more relied on it. I used it more. Also, many people say that you should not be relied on AI or you should not be dependent on it. Uh, and I completely agree, you should not be, but there's a difference between being dependent on AI and using it to its full potential. So that's what I saw, that there's a lot of potential with this. So I started giving it more tasks and managing stuff through it. And as I said, then the partnership development, I saw that okay, I should make just a single chat interface in ChatGPT my partner for my business journey, my whole business. So I do not have to tell it again and again, or at least it has some context in the long run. So I did that, and at last I saw some workflow improvement. As I said, as I mentioned before, the four things like content creation, business strategies, like the memory functions, it helped me with tasks, reminders, it helped me, and the greatest thing that I could think of was it helped me psychologically. Like when I was thinking alone, I had a lot of things on my mind. It really helped me at that point, managing everything, managing my brain, being a second source of brain for me at the point. And I know really it may sound really stupid or I don't know, weird to some people, that I'm talking about an AI, basically ChatGPT, like a real person, like a partner. That's the thing. You need to use it like, it's a person, or at least that's what artificial intelligence means. So using its intelligence like a brain to store information and, load something off my head. Now, why this matters for other business owners, I would just say that as a business owner, I can tell that a lot of people need to manage their thoughts, declutter their mind, and sometimes just need an outlet to talk about their business or manage their tasks, routines, reminders, business strategies, everything. And I would just like you to try it out for yourself. See if it works for you. It worked for me, and see if it works for you. If yes, you can, keep using it and customize it over time and see how it has affected you or how it helps you. And if it doesn't work, that's no problem as well. You can use other sites like Notion and stuff if you prefer taking notes, or you prefer the tabular form of manually typing in your tasks, your reminders. That's completely fine as well. This worked for me, that's why I'm sharing, because on this YouTube channel I'm sharing my own journey of learning and implementing AI and starting my own AI business, which I have done. My agency's name is Owlwise AI, and we help businesses in implementing AI solutions, whether it be voice AI agents or AI automations, to reduce costs and save them a lot of time. So that's what I've been doing, and this is what has been helping me in my journey. That's why I decided to make a quick video on it and share it here. So try it out for yourself. This does not require any kind of coding or technical stuff. And if you want to ask anything, if you need any assistance, just comment down below, or my socials will be in the description, my LinkedIn and my Instagram. So if you want, you can message me there. My DMs are open, and we can just have a chat if you want to discuss about something, or if you need to discuss how automation can be implemented into your business, probably save you cost and a lot of time, then I'll have my calendar link down below. You can book a free 30-minute consultation call. It would be, as I said, free. And we would just talk about how you can implement AI into your business. And I'll give you a few strategies for free. If you like those, great. If not, you can just end the call with the free strategies and implement them for yourself. That's no issue. Oh, so the next videos that I would be posting soon will be the prompt engineering, like the complete prompt on how to write a prompt in detail. And you can basically make it for anything, whether it's a voice agent, whether it's for this ChatGPT assistant that I just showed. So look out for that video. And one other video would be how I automated my social media, as I mentioned before. So how I automated my social media for posting LinkedIn content and Twitter post, Facebook post, all that stuff using ChatGPT and automation platforms like Make.com. I'm gonna be making a video on that, and I'll be giving everything in the video for free. So basically, it'll be a whole tutorial. If you want, you can just copy that and automate your own social media posts. And I think that's it for today. If you liked it, just leave a like or comment down below if you want to ask something. Subscribe and watch out for the future videos. Okay.